for tuning in to Let's Talk About It Media 21. I hope you're having a great day. Stay positive, stay focused. Let's get to it. What is the hot topic that's going on YouTube or Instagram? Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Don't forget, the Cash App is Let's Talk About It Media. Thank you for all your love and support.
So don't forget to like, to comment, but be kind. And also turn on the notification bell. If you don't want to leave a comment, you can leave a thumbs up, a heart. Any and everything helps with the algorithm. So let's get to it. It's basically being reported Jeannie Mai is reportedly trying to save her marriage. Two Jeezy sources say they had issues for a long time. Okay, first off, in this article, it talked about him mainly living in Atlanta, and she was living allegedly in LA, and allegedly they were flying back and forth to see each other, or she was flying back and forth to see him. Who knows if the article is true, false, or right or wrong. But the biggest thing, if you're married, you're living in separate cities and states, what in the world? And then the biggest comment that I keep seeing, I didn't get married to get a divorce. You got married and you should have been living in the same city and state as each other. And it's basically talk about her trying to scale back. Jeannie Mai is currently facing a challenging time in her personal life. After the news broke, her husband, rapper Jeezy, had filed for divorce this month, leaving the TV host personality hurt and devastated. Despite the unsettling news, however, Jeannie Mai is not giving up on her marriage and determined to save it. According to sources via People, she is fighting to keep her family unit intact and hoping for a change of heart from her husband. Thoughts, it's unclear whether their relationship can be saved. Well, if he already filed and there's been problems, all of a sudden you're going to change to save the relationship. Shouldn't you save the relationship before the huge change? And then you hear all these things that's coming out about Jeannie, her thoughts, her feelings, what her preference is. A man being your equal? I don't. maybe that's maybe that's one of the problems. You saying a man is your equal. What? And then you're stating you have anger issues. There's so much that's been said, done, the situationship in regards to her and her mom not believing her moving out at a young age. The mom chose somebody outside of Jeannie, which was hurtful. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. If there's concerns and somebody's living with you and something's uncomfortable and your friends aren't saying the same thing that's happening, if a guy is doing stuff, why wait so long to tell your family? He did some uncomfortable stuff to me. Is that normal? And they talk with kids in school. So, I ain't going there. Yeah. How she talks to her mom, that whole situation of what she went through, nobody wants that. Parents have to teach their children this isn't okay. He was almost like a brother living there. And the mom was like, there's no way. And she just didn't believe Jeannie. Moms and dads need to believe their kids. You can't just believe somebody for convenience for yourself and feeling away and feeling guilty because he's moved in with you, but then he's doing XYZ. First off, why did he leave where he was at to live with you all? Has anybody asked that question? Whoever this person was that lived with Jeannie and the mom and the family, and the mom was working hard and they needed a babysitter, and she said she didn't want her mom to not be able to work. She would rather have the baby. What? No. Forget the babysitter, mama. This ain't something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. It's like you're having difficulties with your mom. You lose the job on the real. Your man is in Atlanta. You're mostly in LA. You're talking about cutting back. There's situations after situations after situations after situations. At some point, people need to take a look at themselves and say, one, I should have spoke up to my mom earlier. One, not as you're like a teenager, not faulting, because sometimes victims don't know how to or in what way. But then you have an issue with your mom for about 8 years. Then you have an issue in regards to you were married to Freddie, everything seemed okay. And then all of a sudden, y'all start having problems. And who did I marry? Did I not know that person? You're constantly questioning people about who they are to you. Mm-mm. Okay, let me go back. Um, so then it says, uh, it was further noticed Jeannie Mai obviously knew they had problems, but she wasn't expecting a divorce. What do you expect? If you have problems in your relationship, y'all have been together less than 2 years. If there's problems in year under 5, you might not make it longer. But this is the biggest thing. I told y'all, per some of the attorneys, you get a prenup, make sure it's 7 months. It's really supposed to be 6 months. So that way they won't be emotional. But okay. Da, da, da. They had problems, but she wasn't expecting a divorce. Now she's trying to figure out what her future looks like and where she'll be living. What do you mean where she'll be living? If he's in LA, if he's in Atlanta, she's in LA, you're going to be living where you've been living, separate from your man. The news of Jezzy divorce filing came as a shock to many, especially considering Jeannie's deep desire to reconcile and avoid a divorce. This is the biggest thing. This is a second divorce in less than 6 years. Two different relationships. And what the ex had to say, he's like, he's at peace, he's happy. Issues for a long time. Dang, they've only been married for 2 years. I feel the same way. Comments are going in. She's going to reconcile, then and then do the same, probably go through and do the same thing. Is the mama still there? Whoever the source is, not really the one. Things are public, should not be known. Jeezy, the woman said, you are not about to make her and her mama basically look bad. Basically, if she wanted to save it, she should. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's true. But if you knew y'all had problems, what do you think's going to happen? Things didn't go well with her and Freddie. There was confusion about her and Freddie. Don't want kids. And then you had kids with Jeezy. There's so much. Sometimes people do have problems with communicating. They really do. He's still wearing his ring, which some guys do. I wouldn't be trying to save it once he has basically said he wanted to file for divorce. Let him move on. Yeah, so that's the biggest thing. Many people want her to hang in there. I don't wish divorce or separation on anybody. Everybody goes through something. Everybody feels something. Marriages and separation is not easy. So, well wishes to them. They have a family unit. Like I said, I normally wish well for each one. And I normally want the families to work things out. But if y'all been having problems for a long time, I don't know if she's doing the show with Mario and she's on Access or E or whatever she's on. I don't know if she's on a new show. And I don't know if that's where her job has her. And then, of course, when she's not working over the weekend, she's trying to be with him. Well wishes. You know, income could be a situation, jobs can be a situation. Where were they living when they first got married? That's the one thing I don't know. But we see that there's issues here. Issues in regards to her mom, issues in regards to her ex-husband and Freddie, not wanting kids, and then saying what your preference is. We don't see him being the type of preference. Sometimes, let's be very clear. Be for the right thing. Sometimes people will date people and they look somewhat similar. Many women have a preference, and it's like, okay, yep, there's a pattern here. Okay, that went left and you didn't stay with him long, so should you stay within this situation? So, did she go too far left? And if she says she didn't have anger issues and she didn't notice them until she got with Jeezy, and he's saying, hold up, that won't fly here. So what wishes? Everyone have a great day. Focus on healthy, safe relationships. Be around people that's strong in mind, body, soul, and spirit.